I'm Saidith and welcome back to my channel Saidith. In today's video, I'll try to compare the display comparison between the Poco X3 versus the Poco M3 Pro device. As you can see, friends, this is a Poco M3 Pro which I got, and the Poco X3 and the Poco X3 Pro, they both will have the same kind of display, so this should be kind of same kind of comparison as well. So let's see, friends, which display will be having the better kind of options and which has got the really high brightness levels, saturation levels, and the contrast levels. So that is what I'm going to test between both of the phones, Poco M3 Pro versus the Poco X3 device. So before actually starting the video, let's compare the basic specifications. So which phone has got what type of refresh rate and how much brightness and all those details. Let's check them first. So then we'll try to move to the next step of the display calibration and everything. So the screen size, as you can see, from 6.67 inches screen on the Poco X3 and 6.5 inches screen on the Poco M3 Pro. This is what you do get between both phones. And both phones, they are having the IPS LCD panels only, friends. There's nothing much difference. And 90 Hz refresh rate and 120 Hz refresh rate. That's another bonus advantage we are getting with the Poco X3 and the Poco X3 Pro as well. And the brightness, 400 nits of brightness, and you're getting 4 HDR10 certified and 550 nits of brightness, as you can see. And the maximum, I think it can go up to 500 nits of peak brightness in the Poco M3 Pro device. These are the few comparison between both phones. And Gorilla Glass 5 protection versus Gorilla Glass 3 protection. As you can see, friends, in the display, in every aspect, the Poco X3 is really the winner in terms of having the big screen, in terms of having the Gorilla Glass 5 production, in terms of having the high refresh rate. So these are the few advantages which we got, and slightly advantage, maybe a little bit kind of brightness slightly higher, but not much change you would notice. So this is a quick comparison between the physical hardware differences between the both phones. So now let's move into the settings. So what exact settings you do get in these both phones in terms of the optimization, what are the colors you can actually change, that is what I'm going to explore. In the display option, there is an option which is called the color scheme. As you can see, friends, in both phones you do get the color schemes, same kind of options you are getting here, auto, saturated, and the standard. So apart from that, there is nothing much difference between the options. So right now I'll be selecting the saturated at this point. As you can see, same options I'm trying to select in both phones as well, in the Poco M3 Pro and the Poco X3 as well. So let's see, friends, let me try to use one of the application which is a Screen Test Pro. So from this point of recording, I'm not editing any of the footage at all, so you will be seeing the direct raw footage. So let me try to quickly increase the brightness in both phones. So both phones are completely increased the brightness to 100%, as you can clearly see, friends. So there is no auto brightness turned on as well during this time of demonstration, nothing at all. Let me try to open this application, and here we do have this kind of option which is called the maximum color brightness test. Let me try to select this maximum color brightness test, which is available right now. As you can see, so slightly, if you notice, the brightness is slightly higher in the Poco X3. As you can see, friends, clearly the brightness, which looks really good, so slightly higher in the Poco X3 device. So let me try to start the test right now. Different colors will be coming right now. As you can see, you can clearly see the difference in terms of the brightness levels, which phone has got what type of brightness. Let me try to turn off the studio light effects. So now you'll be able to see a little bit kind of different kind of angle. And minimum brightness test. Let's say which phone has got the really very low minimum brightness test. As you can see, in the minimum brightness, you can see, friends, the result, Poco M3 Pro has got really very low brightness. You can clearly see, you cannot even see the text much. You can see the difference, how much low brightness. So Poco M3 Pro is really good for the nighttime watching videos, or maybe reading text or ebooks when you're trying to travel in a bus or train. So without even disturbing the side passengers, you can actually watch the movies in the Poco M3 Pro with this kind of low brightness mode, as you can clearly see, which is live proof we are getting right now, as you can see, friends, right now. So now let's move to the another part, which is playing the video file. So right now I'm trying to play the same video in both phones. As you can see, friends, you can obviously differentiate both phones, which because of this big screen you are getting in the Poco X3 and small screen in the Poco M3 Pro. You can clearly compare the side-by-side difference. So with the full brightness I'm trying to use, so there's not much difference. You can notice, friends, at this point the both displays looks kind of really good and cute, close to each other, nothing much difference you can observe. The punch hole seems to be slightly smaller, a little bit kind of smaller than the Poco M3 Pro's punch hole. That's what I did notice right now. And one more thing, the Poco X3 has got this kind of video toolbox option, so where you can select the different styles in case if you want to increase the colors. As you can see, the video toolbar in the Poco M3 Pro, there is no such kind of filters. No, there is no such options is available in the Poco M3 Pro. I'll try to make a separate video as well comparing both phones, and you can see the city, how it looks with this kind of colors without using any kind of special effects. And this with the full brightness I'm trying to use. Let me try to decrease the brightness to maybe 50% and see what will be the change. Same brightness I'm trying to use right now. Let me try to slightly decrease to maybe 25. as you can see. Same level of decrease to 0. So as I said, in terms of the zero brightness, obviously the Poco M3 Pro is slightly higher, slightly much better and comfortable to watch the videos in the night mode. Nighttime you can really comfortably watch in this Poco M3 Pro. As you can see friends, live proof which we got. And in case if you have any other queries regarding the Poco M3 Pro, feel free to comment below friends. I'll definitely do the videos on the Poco M3 Pro. If you're having any other request or if you want me to make a video, definitely I'll be doing a video on that particular topic as well as soon as possible. And the viewing angles are really good in both phones, nothing much difference you can actually observe. As you can see friends, nothing much changes or major things you will be noticing right now in terms of the viewing angles and everything. So the display quality also looks kind of good, but having this kind of filters is really advantage in the Poco X3, where you can actually change slightly the brightness and everything. That is the one advantage in the Poco X3 device. So that's it friends, thank you for watching this video and don't forget to check the links in description for more information about these both phones which I am reviewing right now. I did upload so many videos already on these both phones, so make sure to check those videos. In case if you like this kind of live wallpapers, so what are you waiting friends, make sure to check the links in description. There is a playlist separately available for only for this live wallpapers lovers, so that playlist will give you the clear idea how many live wallpapers I have uploaded till now. So make sure to check that playlist and that will give. And thank you for watching this video friends. See you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned. Bye.